Say hi, Brian. Hi, Brian. Hi, Brian. Where are you going? Hi, Brian, and welcome to Viewer Takeover. Off you go.
This is Viewer Takeover, where we film whenever we feel like, and we air it whenever we feel like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Still haven't figured out this new schedule very much. I'm actually taking a brief vacation. So
Yay!
Des is here. Yeah, Des has been begging me for like years to take a vacation.
Seriously.
So I'm finally doing it. But yeah, so we're filming on a different night than usual, which was different than the last different night than usual.
Yes.
And now we're going to air it on a different day than usual. So, I mean, fingers crossed that you guys actually see this one. Yeah. As always, my name is Brian Parole, and to my right, your left, Desra the Strange.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for
Hi.
coming back.
I'm happy to be here.
We missed you.
I was really worried.
You worried?
Mikey did a great job.
Mikey did a wonderful job, but you can never be replaced. Yeah.
And also he has hair, so that's definitely.
Yeah, I guess.
My hair is very, very short.
See, I can't shave my head because you have a shaved head, right? I can't do that. We can't be the channel with the shaved head guys.
There's three of us at the place I work today.
Oh, jeez.
The place I work now, they're all shaved heads.
Well, at least you fit in.
I actually started comparing notes today. It was really weird.
It's a little creepy, I'm betting. Yeah. And every week on Viewer Takeover, we check out the comments and we try to answer your questions, and we make you the star of the show.
Yeah.
But the first star of this show,
Yes.
it was an adorable little kitty named Smudger.
Aww.
That was Hudson and his cat Smudger, and man, they've been. Talk about two OG game cats.
Seriously.
They've been around forever.
Yeah.
We love you guys so much.
And of course, Smudger, your typical trained cat.
Typical. I'm gonna do exactly what you don't want me to do,
Yeah.
cat.
Like you see that, I'm like, yeah, that's how a cat acts. And then you see like these videos of like people who actually have trained cat acts where they're jumping through hoops and stuff like that. It's like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, I didn't know you could train a cat.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Very strange.
Yeah, yeah.
So thank you so much, Hudson and Smudger.
Smudger.
And obviously, if you want to introduce next week's Viewer Takeover, make sure you email your short, sweet, seductive, sexy, sadistic introduction. Keep it short, keep it simple, keep it sweet. I'm like suffering with a lot of succotash, lots of S's over here.
Sibilance.
Without parole@gmail.com. And by the way, if you sent us a Viewer Takeover intro already that I haven't used, God, let me know.
Right.
This one in last week's literally from months ago that I just stumbled over. I'm really, really sorry. I'm bad
Hi,
at
guys.
this. Yeah, I'm very sorry. But Hudson isn't the only person we want to thank this week.
No.
Is he Des?
No, it's not. We want to thank these lovely people down here.
These people down here. These are the people who went to patreon.com/without
That
parole.
one. Games.
They're the ones giving us $1 or more every single month. And man, we super duper appreciate you guys. We've lost a little bit of Patreon support. We're looking to bolster that back up since the channel is almost exclusively run on Patreon support.
Yeah. So what's up, guys?
We don't want to put anyone on the spot.
No. But, hey, there's a good way to leave us feedback, and that's in the comments here. So if there's something that's really like, I don't know. It's one thing. It's like, no, we don't want to make any feel bad because God knows there are so many things that are more important than spending your money on us. I'm not trying to say that. But if there is like something that you have a real problem with, let us know. I mean, we've got a vision for the channel and what we want to do. But if there's something that's going on that's really stuck in your craw, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. We're always here to listen. And, especially on a show like this where it's all about you guys, we'd like to hear some feedback.
Yeah.
So thank you to all the Patreon supporters. Of course, they not only get their name down here on the scroll, if you choose the right option. If your name's not down here, make sure you go back to patreon.com/withoutparole
Games.
and check the Game Cats Unite option, because we want to make sure that the people who want to remain anonymous and donate anonymously remain anonymous. But the Game Cats Unite option, put your name down here on the scroll,
Right.
and gives you a fairly weekly episode. Every so often it's not there. Pretty often it's not there. Episode of The Litter Box where Des and I just hang out. We shoot the shit. We talk about stuff. Sometimes video game related, sometimes channel related.
Yep.
It's kind of a behind the scenes pass.
And sometimes there are special guests.
And sometimes, like last week, there's special guests. And then finally, we also want to thank another group of people.
Yes, these are the amazing folks who have changed their name to the Game Cat on YouTube.
The Game Cat.
Or something the Game Cat.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is fantastic. If you don't want to do the Patreon thing, cool, we get you. You don't want to buy the merch, cool, we get you.
Oh yeah, also check down there. There's merch.
Yeah,
There's merch below the videos now. There's t-shirts. It's amazing.
But there's another way you can show your support that's absolutely free and help spread the word, and that's by changing your YouTube username. So we'd like to thank the following people. Nihilist Ryan the Game Feline.
Something about Nihilist Ryan the Game Feline.
Mm-hmm.
He showed up on PSVR Gamescast Live this week.
Yeah.
The $5 donation.
Ooh.
And
good on you.
And I said, man, I wonder if he ever got a shout out. And then I did a search in the comments for his name.
Mm-hmm.
He'd never commented before. And even when he gave us a donation on Gamescast Live, it was just a heart. We've never heard a word out of this man. And he changed, or Ryan, we're going to assume man. Ryan is a lovely girl's name too, though.
It is.
I wish there were more girls named Brian. I feel like it would be a unisex name. I don't know. It would sound cooler. Yeah. But thank you very much for changing your name. Who else we got?
We have Texatron, the indoor cat.
Which, come on, dude. It's so much better than Texatron, the little cat.
Yeah.
It was a Little Star reference before, and now he's got something a little more suitable.
Yeah.
So, not porn related.
Yeah, Little Star, you broke my heart. I'm sorry.
Robin Chan's the man.
The Redacted Game Cat.
Yes, and so sorry, Redacted, for not giving you a shout out on last week's show. I made the list and then missed your name entirely. So
because it was redacted.
It was redacted. It was all blacked out. But we got you this time, buddy. We got you.
And then we have.
Oh God.
It's gonna be hard for me to say this one without laughing. Don't do what Donnie Don't does doing the Game Cat.
How did you do that? I've tried to read it 5 times and you nailed it.
Yeah.
Nice. It's hotcakes.
Pretty badass.
It's always hotcakes.
It's always hotcakes.
Yeah.
The real badass.
Yeah. We
Seriously,
put up with
how
him
does he
because
do
he
that?
puts up with us.
I was told you can only change your name like so many times.
The rules are different in Australia.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a regional thing.
Everything's different in Australia.
Yeah. For the better, except for those spiders I hear.
Yahoo Serious is funny in Australia.
Spiders are... Who is?
Yahoo Serious?
Oh, that is.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Hotcakes does.
But what we actually do here on Viewer Takeover is we read your comments, we read your questions, and we try our damnedest to answer them. We do that in 2 ways. The first way is we just scan the comments for hashtag Viewer Takeover.
Yes.
So if you want to leave us a Viewer Takeover question, put hashtag Viewer Takeover, all one word, and it'll be nice and easy. It'll just pop up when we search for it. The other way to do it is to join our lovely, lovely Discord. The link is in the description, and we actually have a hashtag Viewer Takeover channel. So you go there, leave your question, I search that too.
Yep.
That's it. All right, so first up this week comes from our good friend, Billy Paw.
Billy Paw.
And that comes from Viewer Takeover last week. He says, I've heard you say that covering No Man's Sky VR update is going to be really time-consuming. What are your plans for reviews / live streams / etc.? Keep up the great work.
I have been firing. That's actually what I've been doing the past couple weeks. If I play my PlayStation at all, I've actually been playing some No Man's Sky.
What?
Yeah.
You've been keeping this from me?
Well, we haven't really talked.
We haven't talked.
Yeah, just because I do want to be ready for when it hits, and basically what I found out was I really screwed something up badly the first time I played, and so I started again. I started a new character, a new thing. So I'm kind of going through the beginning all over again, and with my new schedule, I only have like an hour to play at a time, which on a game like this doesn't really get you very far. So
how many hours at a time have you spent?
I think I set in my time maybe 3 or 4.
Gotcha.
So it's not, but we're doing some work. I'm doing some work.
So you're doing some work, and the more I talk about this game, the more I find out. I was thinking I'm just gonna spend a couple days and blast through and get 20 hours in.
Yeah.
I'm being told that's not enough. People are telling me I need almost 10 times that much to really experience what this game has to offer.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get there, but here's my plan. I'd like a little feedback. I think if this happens, it'll happen sooner rather than later. Mm-hmm. So early next week or mid next week. I'd like to start doing a non-VR daily live stream of me learning the non-VR ropes of No Man's Sky.
Oh, okay.
Leading up to the inevitable day where the VR patch drops, and then we just do a seamless transition. So for anyone who is unfamiliar with the game, they can watch me get my experience in. Mm-hmm. And watch me go from a total noob into somebody who actually knows what they're doing, and then and then the day the patch drops, obviously we'll do a nice long live stream in VR, and we'll check out the differences, and then of course the review will follow soon after that because I've spent so much time with it.
Yeah.
that's the hopeful version.
Okay.
The patch could drop tomorrow.
Right. Well, that's the weird thing. It's like, when's it coming? Oh, soon.
Hey, I'm hoping for like 2 months from now. I'm hoping
know.
for my review purposes, I'm hoping it takes
I know.
2 months of me streaming every day for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that way I'll finally be prepared when the patch drops.
I wish we had decent Wi-Fi on the train, because you can do that setup, like, stream your console to your laptop.
Yeah.
Because I have like an hour and a half, well, almost 2.5 hours every day on the train
That'd
that
be
I
pretty
could
cool.
sit there and like play, but the Wi-Fi is garbage. So yeah. I've been watching a lot of The Expanse, but
Yeah.
yeah,
It's good.
well, I love the books, and this is a pretty good translation of the book. So
What's it on?
it's on Amazon.
Okay.
It originally started on Sci-Fi, I think, and then Sci-Fi was like, yeah, this doesn't work for us, and the fans went crazy, so Amazon like, oh, we'll buy it, and Amazon is now producing new episodes.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll check that out. Yeah, I mean, everybody has Amazon. I just don't use the streaming service that much. It's always second, or it's always third to Netflix, Hulu, and then Amazon.
Yeah, it is for me too, but I have the Amazon app on my phone that actually lets me download the stuff to my phone, so I don't have to stream it. So
Yeah, well, it makes perfect
I
sense.
can load up like a bunch of episodes and go. Anyways,
All right, you're up, Asia.
from K-Panic the VR Game Cat on Viewer Takeover, hashtag Viewer Takeover, like a pro.
Yeah.
With the upcoming game Dreams, that's Dreams is a thing.
Yeah, there's another one that we could just get the VR patch any day.
I know. And it's VR support for both creation and play. What are the possibilities for opening up our PSVRs to tons of new indie games? Pretty good. Some of which are now in early access, non-VR can be quite long. Some of which now in early access, non-VR can be quite long and complex. I think I know what you're trying to say there. Can you see starting Dreams and not having to leave with all the available content? This goes to, I think, the discussion we've had, Sturgeon's Law. We're going to bring that up again.
Oh yeah.
80% of everything is crap. And yes, we're going to have these amazing tools to create VR content, and a lot of it is going to be garbage.
Yeah.
But that being said, what we're going to have is, here's this tool to create VR stuff, and you don't have to be a coder, you don't have to be a programmer, you can just do it. And giving that tool to an audience that doesn't have a lot of game building experience, yes, a lot of it's going to be garbage, but you're gonna drop into the lap of some kid who's never had this chance to explore, and they're going to come up with this insane idea. Yeah. So I think it's going to be fantastic. I think the more people you give tools to, the more chances you have to see something wonderful pop out. So I'm on board.
My hope is that, so my last real experience with this kind of stuff is basically Little Big Planet 2, where you would just cycle through pages and pages and pages and pages of people's creations, and again, a lot of it was crap.
Yeah.
But then you just stumble on something amazing and go, wow, like this shouldn't be possible with the tools that we've been given.
Right.
And then it just blows you out of the water. And I think that there's going to be so much garbage and so much, like, really, the thing is like, have you played Mario Maker levels?
I was just thinking that exact thing.
So many of them are just, God. Yep. You want to play Nintendo-made Mario levels. Mm-hmm. You don't want to play, for the most part, you don't want to play user-created levels, because the good ones, the extraordinary ones, are so few and far between. So I think there's going to be a lot of that in Dreams, and I think there's going to, but I am very, very curious, but we still don't know exactly the VR implementation.
Right.
So I'm very curious to see if you're able to create in VR, how much content you're able to consume in VR, and how that all works. Because if most of this is like relegated to a 2D screen, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Because I just don't play non-VR stuff like I always want to, and like I always convince myself I'm going to. I've got right now on the PlayStation Store, I have the Devil May Cry collection.
Yeah.
In my cart, it includes 1 through 4, all HD remastered. And I'm like, it's only like $9 or something on sale, and I just can't convince myself to push the button because I know I'm never gonna play it.
Yep.
And I want to so bad. Yeah. I think it's not going to be an issue. He says, "Can you see yourself starting Dreams and not having to leave with all the available content?" You're gonna want to leave and see some professional stuff here and there.
Yeah. I think I'm less interested for the games that can be created there, because they're gonna be platformers. basically.
Yeah, 99% of
well,
them will
like
be.
what we've seen, the creation tools for making a platformer are really good and easy.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna see most of. But I'm always on board for the potential of VR as a storytelling device, be that just sit and watch something happening or interactive storytelling. And I hope that's what we get to see.
Yeah, and I think we'll see a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fingers crossed. Next up is... Oh, I didn't read this ahead of time.
Wagriver.
Wagriver?
Like Wargriever, but Wagriver?
Okay. From Viewer Takeover, he writes, #Viewer Takeover. Excellent, my friend. Number 1. Oh, there's multiple parts of this?
Nope, just number 1.
I might have chopped off your second half. I might have decided we only want to tackle number 1. Number 1. What licensed properties do you think would make a good VR experience? What type of VR Oh, no, it's 2 questions. Okay.
Yep.
We're just going to tackle number 1. What licensed properties do you think would make good VR experiences?
One thing I haven't seen anything about, which just seems so natural to me. How about a Matrix game?
So, Sorrento?
But he said licensed.
So, The Matrix?
Yeah. But basically, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, Super Hot and Sorrento have proven it's a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's just like the most natural licensed thing that we haven't seen in VR. What I'd like to see more of in PlayStation VR is Star Wars, but there seems to be some exclusives that is everybody but Sony gets to have a Star Wars game.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a little strange, I think, that Oculus would get an exclusive Star Wars game.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there was a lot of money that changed hands to make that happen. This sounds silly, and I think I might only be bringing it up because you mentioned Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I was the biggest Indiana Jones fan when I was a kid, and I honestly think that we could totally have an immersive VR game where that move controller works as like a whip, and
well, we've had that. It's called Vulcan Age.
Yeah. but I wasn't wearing a fedora.
No.
I wasn't killing Nazis.
Nope.
And I wasn't finding some random Christian relic that probably doesn't exist in real
Space
life.
Nazi robots.
Maybe. That's true. Yeah. So I don't know, halfway there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my answer. But it's I don't know. I'm not ever expecting that. I can't imagine Indiana Jones ever being relevant again, even with a new movie in the works.
How would you fit a fedora over the headset? That's my only concern.
I don't know, but I've put a hat on in Catch and Release, so I know that you can do it virtually.
Oh, right.
Right. All right, you're up.
Are we going to do that? Okay.
Just number 1. Just one question per person. Sorry, sir.
You'll have to ask us personally. Bel Ramo on the Discord server. Hey, Bel. #Viewer Takeover. # because Brian said so. Yes.
Oh, that should be a new hashtag.
Should be a new hashtag.
Yeah,
yes.
I like that. Yeah.
Did you hear about The Limit, the upcoming VR movie from Robert Rodriguez? And if so, what do you think? Are you excited?
So we watched the trailer before we filmed this episode.
We did.
And according to the Oculus store, it's already available. So he's saying it's upcoming.
Yep.
But it's $10.
Yep.
Available to download now. VR movie. Also says it's 20 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
And that trailer? What did that trailer do for you?
I'm excited that he's not doing Spy Kids movies anymore.
Yeah, I was shocked to hear that was a thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, it looks like I do love Michelle Rodriguez. She's the main character, and I think she's a fantastic character actor. This just...
I love the deep sigh.
You know what it feels like? I think a little while ago, a few months ago, someone was asking us about full motion video games.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what this feels like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it does, actually.
The flat acting to the camera, the just kind of cashing in on the newest sort of thing. It doesn't feel like it's using VR as something new and different. I mean, we've seen Hardcore Henry. This is basically Hardcore Henry just in VR. I don't know. Like, when Robert Rodriguez is good, he's freaking amazing. But he also has a history of just cash grab movies. So... I don't know.
Well, I will say there was a scene in this trailer where maybe it was Michelle Rodriguez, whoever. I don't think they showed a lot of people in this trailer.
Yeah, no.
She was basically dragging you, because you are apparently one of the stars of this movie.
Right.
But in first person, she's dragging you, and so you see your arm stretched out, and she's got it, take by your hand, dragging you or carrying you or something. And the first thing I thought of was one of the first scenes in Immortal Legacy, where you're supposed to be chained up. You're a prisoner in this camp or something, and they've got you basically handcuffed on each side. Yeah. And you look to the left, and you see your handcuffed hand. You look to your right, and you see your handcuffed hand, or maybe just your left one. I forget. Right. And I go, oh, that's totally unimmersive, because, well, my hand's not over there.
Right.
And there's no way in real life to make your hand be over there.
Yeah.
And it just feels so awkward. And so to be in a movie where you actually see your extremities. Oh, by the way, I've watched porn in VR, and this sort of reeks of the same problems.
I just feel even worse about myself.
Hey, I looked down. I had a 6-pack. I was like, hey, that's been a while. But to see your arm being dragged by someone else, but your arm isn't actually there.
Yeah.
Everything just kind of feels wrong about it. In VR, when you're playing a game and you have control of your arms, that seems right. But this movie just seems strange.
Right. Yeah, and it looks like there are like choices you get to make, but I don't know.
It's not what I want out of VR myself.
No.
But I've also said that about other things, and I've been proven wrong.
This is very true.
So when we talked a little bit about the Quest offers some things like room scale and things that I didn't know I had any interest in, and then when you try it, you go, oh, it actually works pretty well.
Yeah.
So I'm always open to being wrong and being proven wrong by trying something. So I'm more than happy to check this out and see if it's better than I think it is. But that trailer did not sell it for me.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. No, I'm going to stick with this. This looks like 21st century full motion video.
There you go.
Maybe it's going to be amazing, but I'm not holding my breath.
No. And then finally, from Still Time, from our Discord server, what's up, Still Time? He says, does a straw have 1 or 2 holes?
This is not even a question. It's 1 hole.
What are you talking about? It's got 2 holes. There's 1 on each side.
No, it's topological.
Topological?
Yeah. So
definition then.
Well, in topology and mathematics is the study of shapes.
Right.
And basically, like, if something only has 1 hole, it doesn't matter if it's a coffee cup or a donut. It's the same shape. It's only got 1 hole in it.
So now, so if I was to dig a hole through the entire Earth.
Yep.
Right? And so there's obviously now a hole on the other side of the Earth.
Sure.
What country do you think that is?
It's not China.
Yeah, I always say China. That's why I was like, it can't be China.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's say China. So I dig a hole from here to not China.
Yeah.
And so you go to China and you go, oh, there's a hole. And then you come back here and you go, there's another hole.
That's the other entrance to the hole.
So you're saying this isn't even a semantic thing. This is literally, there's one answer.
Yeah.
See? This is, I wanted this conversation to be more fun. But Des always comes at us with the facts and ruins everything.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a toroid. So
okay,
I think that's the formal name for the class of shapes that have a hole in it. So it's actually kind of cool. Like literally like in certain mathematical definitions, a coffee cup and a donut and a human are basically the same. We have one big hole that goes through.
Yeah, that was actually part of the conversation. Yeah, no, I was absolutely convinced that a straw had 2 holes.
It's got 2
entrances,
I would guess.
Yeah,
I guess, but
I can see the proper reasoning though.
Yeah.
No,
sorry.
Yeah, that was. Sorry, Still Time. I thought that was gonna be more fun.
You want to have fun? Don't invite Des.
I have fun with you every single week. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Viewer Takeover. Make sure that you submit your Viewer Takeover question in the comments below with the hashtag Viewer Takeover, all one word. Also join our Discord server and leave your comments there in the hashtag Viewer Takeover channel.
Klein bottle.
What?
Klein bottles.
That is.
Yeah. If this kind of stuff interests you, go look up Klein bottles and come back. Sorry.
Also, make sure you check out our merchandise on Teespring. In the link below the video, there should be a picture of hashtag GameCat t-shirts and hoodies, etc. Down below. Also change your name to GameCat and let us know in the comments by hitting hashtag GameCat in the comments so we can give you a shout out on next week's episode. Also hit us up on Patreon, patreon.com/withoutparole
games,
and give us $1 or more every single month to show us that you love me and Des as much as I and he love you. I'm putting words in his mouth. Yeah, it's not true. Okay. For another episode of Viewer Takeover, I'm Brian Powell, and that's Desiree the Strange, and we'll see you next week. Not bad. Not bad. Klein bottle.
Yes. Is a non-orientable surface with no boundary.
A non-what surface?
Orientable.
Okay. Oh, so our... Ooh. Gotcha.
Yeah.
This really
Pretty cool.
reduces our whole body to a pipe.